You're listening to Season 1 of By Shawneda, Natural Sisters novella, My Crowning Glory, Chapter 2. My head bobbed to the base of one of my old school jams, Dilemma by Nelly, as Ebony whipped her boyfriend's late model custom cherry red Acura RDX into the line of cars looking for a parking space outside of the World Natural Hair Show. Cars from as far as Virginia and Tennessee inched forward in front of us, hairstyled in everything from twists, locks, curly froze, mohawks, and curly ringlets filled the cars or bobbed up and down on the sidewalks. As the car stopped, I fingered the ends in my relaxed shoulder blade length tresses. Girl, did you see that chick's afro? That is hot. I mean, I wouldn't give up my weaves for all the lip gloss in Miami, but I'd look good in some natural wigs. Let's go. Ebony laughed as she turned off the ignition. She checked her makeup in the mirror of the visor over the driver's seat. All I know is I'll be happy when the Anisa Fest ends so I can have my front seat back. Zoe stuck her tongue out at me. Maybe we shouldn't have come. I feel like we're spying on them. I watched several women with natural hair walk past the SUV. Are you serious? Them? Who is them? We're not visiting a foreign country. It's a hair show. Get out of the car. Portia shook her head and laughed. I've seen a few of the YouTube videos and blogs. They are serious about their hair. I don't want to be disrespectful. Butterflies flitted around my stomach. Get out of the car. This is going to be fun, you'll see. Ebony winked at herself in the mirror. A smile crossed my lips. Nothing wrong with attending a trade show. Those same bloggers and YouTubers talked about how much fun and great swag they picked up at the World Natural Hair Show. Earrings, t-shirts, makeup, all things I could use even if I didn't wear my hair natural. Come on, let's start with a workshop first and then we'll go into the show. I'm sure you'll see it is fine. Portia motioned for me to scoot out of my seat. She's spoiled, Ebony laughed. Ain't nobody opening your door. Wilson is in Macon. I rolled my eyes. Sometimes my girls could be a bit much. The car alarm sounded. We followed Portia as she followed the signs to the will call desk. Ebony whispered with Zoe a few feet from me as I watched Portia claim our wristbands. They looked different from everyone else. Why aren't they the same color as everyone else? I held my wrist out for her. I won the whole weekend package, including the fashion show and some VIP party, which I didn't come dressed for, and some package from some workshop. Portia shrugged. Looks like we're going to have to hit the mall for some outfits for this evening. No, you need to go to the mall. I always looked fly. Zoe poked out her butt and posed. We all cracked up. Several women looked us up and down. The volume decreased, but we continued to laugh as someone from the will call table handed us several official World Natural Hair Show bags full of samples and a magazine. Dang, they doing it big. Ebony leafed through the magazine. When is the workshop y'all have to go to? I want to go to the poetry corner and hear some of these artists. I'm with Ebony. I see 3 fine brothers who deserve a chance to get with a real Georgia peach instead of these sour Atlanta transplants. Zoe winked at a tall man with a curly fro. The look on Portia's face said, let them go. Felt like we were in middle and high school all over again. My shoulders shrugged before I had a chance to stop them. I'll go with you, Portia. Cool. See y'all. Zoe snatched Ebony's elbow and melted into the crowd of people pouring under the marquee. Some things never change. The workshop starts in like 10 minutes. Let's go get a seat. Portia shook her head. We're so in sync sometimes, it's freaky. You good with all of this? I know you said Tyron used to model at this show. I watched Portia look at the information in the program. Girl, please. I've been good since his cousin told me about baby mama number 4. As fine as he was, all that swag won't pay no bills in 10 years. Portia rolled her eyes and sucked her teeth. I hear you. 4? Dude needed to learn how to strap it before he tapped it. As strong as Portia wanted to front, I knew how much she loved that knucklehead boy. All the fine in the world couldn't camouflage his immaturity. When did he have time to get it in when he was with you every weekend? You know my daddy didn't play that late night stuff. I wasn't about to give up the cookie after what happened to Ebony with his cousin. Portia sniffed. We looked good together in our prom pictures, but those pictures don't pay bills or buy diapers. Yeah, crazy comes in cute these days. We laughed. All shades, colors, and builds are prone to pop off on you. Lust makes people do crazy things. Zoe looked down at the program and then pointed at a door. Wow, this chick is a cosmetologist. KeyEssentialsHair.com. I like her outfit. She is cute. Not to be in the dark, I pulled out my magazine and looked up the information on the workshop. Key is her name. That is cute. She fly because she went to school for fashion. Man, this is going to be good. They told me to let them know. I'm the prize winner. I'll be right back. Portia approached 2 women setting up products and getting the room ready for the workshop. She waved me over and we sat in 2 reserved seats in the front row. We took some pictures for someone from the company who sponsored the contest. A slim, attractive woman with a cute fro walked to the front of the room. Hi, ladies. I'm Key of Key Essentials Hair. I'm so excited to talk with you about transitioning from relaxed to natural hair. I've been natural for many moons and have had everything from locks to my current look with a love for funky weave thrown into the mix. Fashion and beauty are my passions. I believe helping a woman find confidence and beauty within her is not a vocation, but a call. I'm blessed to answer that call daily. Key flashed a charismatic smile. Her outfit offered validation for her words. I'd never seen a woman make casual chic look so trendy or fly. My fingers typed her website address into the browser on my phone. I'm not going to pressure you ladies into giving up what some naturals have started calling the creamy crack. Key made air quotes as the room filled with laughter. I'll just talk about some of the benefits I've seen from working on natural hair. There are several options. You can big chop, which means you'll cut all of your relaxed hair off. You can do transition-friendly styles like 2-strand twists, roller sets, and other things, working with your stylist to make sure you're caring for the different textures in your hair to minimize breakage. My suggestion is you continue to see a stylist while you transition to natural. Natural stylist? Macon isn't the backwoods. I love my city and believe we're as trendy as the next almost sprawling metropolis, but I couldn't recall seeing anyone who did nothing but natural hair. Creamy crack had been a part of my hair regimen for as long as I could remember. Key's lips moved and I tried to refocus, but I couldn't. My mother wore a relaxer, her cousins, sisters, friends, all of my friends, cousins. No one I knew back home wore natural hair. Weave, wigs, rainbow colors in a year's time, yes. Natural, untreated hair? No. One of my clients said she stopped getting relaxers after moving to Atlanta to attend Spelman. Coming from the Midwest and only having to have her hair touched up every 3 to 4 months to having her scalp burned every 4 to 6 weeks encouraged her to let her hair do what it wanted to do, which was be a big cloud of springy curls all over her head. Whew, that girl had a lot of hair. I've had clients with more, but it was a bit much for her to get used to taking care of, and I enjoyed working with her to teach her how to take care of it. Key nodded. She smiled as if she was remembering something. She and other clients have different reasons for going natural. I'm not going to say everyone has to be natural, but I'd like to ask you to consider one thing. How long have you had your hair chemically straightened? What is stopping you from trying something new? That hair show and that fashion show were wild. I saw about 4 male models that could get it. Ebony laughed. You better hope Michael doesn't have a hidden camera in his truck. Portia mushed the back of Ebony's head. Girl, please. Michael doesn't own me. That is my man, but I'm not blind or deaf. He knows Mama holding it down for him. I'm looking forward to thanking him properly after I drop you ladies off. Ebony mouthed the words to the hook of Beyonce's Best Thing I Never Had. You could have kept that information to yourself. We could have used my CRV. The thought of having to have sex with Wilson to thank him for anything never crossed my mind. Girl, please. This was a celebration for you, and I'm always looking for a reason. I like getting it in with my man. Ebony cackled. You so nasty. Zoe shook her head. Crazy and nasty. That is not a good combo. I didn't hear you complaining when you riding. You aren't a virgin, Zoe. Don't look up your nose at me. Ebony sniggled. How original. A short joke. Virginity? Where they do that? Just because I'm not giving it up to the highest bidder doesn't mean I'm a virgin. The Ice Queen is next to you. Zoe nodded toward me. Ice Queen? She has some nerve calling me an Ice Queen. We all vowed not to have sex until we were married in Sunday school. No one told them to decide to change their mind in high school or middle school for Ebony. Just call me the last frigid Mohican. I'd rather call you a blind fool, but I'll do what you used to tell me to do when I teased you about holding on to your chastity like it was gold. I'll stay out of your bedroom. Zoe chuckled. Everybody knows your daddy is crazy. I'd still be a virgin if my pop was as lean as yours, Nissa. Don't listen to her, Anissa. Zoe just mad she gave it up to Nathan along with half the rest of the girls in our sophomore class, Portia said. The headrest blocked me from seeing their faces, but I could imagine the death rays streaming toward Portia from Zoe. A change of topics needed to happen to bring down the tension for the rest of the ride, so I really enjoyed myself. Thanks for taking me, Portia. Girl, don't you ever get tired of planting your lips on her butt? Zoe's voice dripped with cyanide. You're mad because you wish it was you, Portia chuckled. Please, I'm out of your league. Zoe crossed her arms. My real friends know which team I'm on. You have me confused with your sister. Speaking of leagues, my sister is out of your hemisphere, so keep her and her lifestyle out of your mouth, or these jokes gonna turn serious fast. Portia cleared her throat. I really liked the hair show. One of those girls had hair almost to her waist. My hair is long now, but I've been tired of it for a while. The versatility was cool. Twists, curly froze, flat twists. I could have a lot of fun if my hair were natural. Someone popped me in the back of the head. Someone must have slipped something in your drink. Zoe laughed. Wilson ain't about to be with some chick with nappy hair and won't give him some? I understand it's late, but you need to quit dreaming. If your parents were any more conservative, they'd be 3 shades lighter. Macon isn't the backwoods, but this isn't Atlanta either. You're not going to climb up the government or any other ladder looking like Aunt Jemima before the makeover. Stop the madness. Someone must have slipped something in your drink. What I think Zoe is trying to say in her Haterville way is, have you thought about how this will affect everything you've been working on since freshman year of high school? So many people want to have the success you've already had. Don't let something as unimportant as hair keep you from achieving your goals. That fellowship with FHF could lead to big things. You need to consider that while you waxing romantic about cutting all that pretty hair off your head. Portia interjected. It's just a thought. Long hair is not a big deal to me. Healthy, versatile hair? That is what I noticed this weekend. I mentioned the girl with the hair to her waist because it was healthy. Length is not a big deal. I'm just bored and tired of burning my scalp every other month, I sighed. Portia makes some good points, and you know Zoe is touched, but she is right. Your dad is a bit much, Anissa. He will flip out if you walk in the house looking like Macy Gray or even those Mari twins. Who even knows what your hair texture looks like? Then again, I understand about getting bored with your hair. Weaves and wigs fix that for me. Ebony changed the song playing. Just think about it, Anissa. We have to be the ones looking at you. Don't be selfish. We all laughed. Leave it to Ebony to bring it all into perspective. Looks are important, but they aren't everything. Black women are the only ones who have to get the consent of the village to make a personal decision. This is my hair and my decision. I'm only considering it, and I'm not talking about finding a barber tomorrow and doing the big chop. No need to panic about looking at my possibly malformed head. Just thinking about it. My heart skipped a beat. Their words only fueled my curiosity. I'll love you no matter how nappy your hair is, Anisa, Portia said. Dang. Now you kissing her butt? Do y'all need some privacy? Zoe sucked her teeth. It must be hard to be so close to me and not be able to have me. Portia made kissing sounds. Here we go again. Ebony looked at me. I'm tired of them arguing. Don't you have any other revelations to distract them? We shared a smile as Zoe and Portia picked their argument up where it left off before my hair-raising interruption. Portia made sweatpants look stylish. Now where are we going? Portia climbed into the car. ATL, baby. They're having a smaller natural hair event about transitioning. I saw it on naturalsisters.com. There will be a bunch of people on site talking about their experience. My stomach did somersaults. No one knew how much the questions the girls raised on the ride home from the World Natural Hair Show conflicted me about a decision I'd made sitting in the workshop. This is serious. You hate driving into Atlanta. At least it's on the weekend. I hope it isn't downtown. The traffic is ballistic. Portia settled down into the passenger seat. True, but this is on the east side, somewhere called Lithonia. To be honest, I'd made my mind up about trying out natural in the workshop with the fashion cosmetologist Key. You guys threw me off. My foot eased off the brake and I re-entered traffic. Nissa, you don't have to explain to any of us. That is your mop on the top of your head. We'll be your girls no matter what, even hating Zoe. How your name gonna mean love and you just as mean as a spider bite? Anyway, don't trip on us, girl. What did Wilson and your parents say when you talked to them? Portia chewed on her cuticle. I focused on the road. Anissa, tell me you've talked to Wilson and your parents about this. Portia turned her body toward me. Don't punk out. This is 5th grade all over again. You have to tell them. You're right. No, you're right. I want to be sure I'm going to do this before I mention it to Wilson and especially my parents. Much as I hate to admit it, Zoe is right. Sometimes when my dad opens his mouth, I expect to see a Republican button on his shirt. He's so old and stuck in his ways. Supportive and ancient fashioned. At least he cares about you. He's strict and old fashioned, but he is there and he loves you. Don't worry. If you decide to go all Foxy Brown on us, he'll be the president of the cute Anissa Fro fan club. Portia patted my arm. It would be cool. Who knows what we have going on under all these dyes, relaxers, wigs, and weaves. I laughed. I'm not doing this to make a political statement because I think it is trendy or any other reason. I'm just curious to see what it is like to be natural and take a break from relaxer burns. Those things hurt, and that is no lie. I hear you. I'll be happy even if your hair is nappy. Portia smiled. You'll be happy. That's a mess. You won't be the one with everyone giving you crazy looks. The signal from my car interrupted our discussion as I drove up the ramp to the interstate. No, but I'll be there right beside you, ready to go ridedownthere.com on a heifer for a side net comment or crazy look. We have your back, Anissa. Don't worry. It'll make you go gray before your time. Curly afro? Cute. Curly afro full of gray hair before you 30? Not cute. Portia mimicked an old woman chewing without her teeth in her mouth. The laughter I released took the edge off my nerves. Despite my confidence to transition or even big chop later, the words from the discussion made me doubt my decision to make such a drastic change to my look. My aspiration to be a community health advocate meant I'd be expected to present a certain image. You and Ebony are good for keeping things in perspective. Thanks. Not a problem. They have some natural dye to cover up them pearlies, I'm sure. Can't have you looking like my mama or auntie on my wedding day instead of my matron or maid of honor. Portia shook her head. Her shoulder jiggled as she laughed. This event will help me. I've read a few blogs. There are some good reasons health-wise to go natural as well, but I don't want to get too deep with all of this. My curiosity was piqued when Key talked about the transition process and was really up when I saw the versatility of the styles. All those women look so confident and happy. Gonna have to have more than that when I talk to Wilson and my parents. I changed lanes. They will love you no matter what you do. Your hairstyle is your choice. They'll be all right. Your mama looks like she used to rock a mean fro back in the 70s. Don't worry about this. Just do it for you. That is what is most important. How you wear your hair is your decision. No one else's opinion matters. Not mine, not Ebony, Zoe, your parents, and especially not Wilson. He'll be happier if you go natural than if you wear wigs or weave. His bougie self. Portia chuckled. I still remember that day Ebony almost punched him in the face for saying he had to be able to run his fingers through his girl's hair. The memory flashed through my mind. Right. And when he started joning on Ebony, you tried to make peace. You were wearing braids, so he started talking about your hair. Who would have thought Zoe of all people would come to my defense and check him on the fact that he wasn't running his hands through your hair because Mr. Lynx would be running his foot or his shotgun? Portia doubled over in laughter. Yeah, Zoe shocked me that day. She is rough around the edges, but don't talk about her people. I think she believes that is her job. No one says our men have to get along with the crew or each other. Not being able to bring Wilson to date night with the crew bothered me. I just refused to admit that to them. They would just encourage me to dump him. They underestimated the work and frustration involved in finding a good man willing to wait. Rough, sharp as razors around the edges is more accurate. I love her though, and she loves you. We all do. The ones who are for you won't care what you do with your hair. Just don't turn into one of those natural hair crusaders. Black women have trouble enough coming together. We don't need yet another thing to pop drama. Portia gave me the side eye. Girl, I'm trying to be a community health advocate, not a natural hair ambassador. If I do this, it will be for me and me alone. I hope you enjoyed My Crown and Glory, Chapter 2, written and read by Shawneda. Up next is Chapter 3.